Hi there, it's Anil Puri from 9 Pillars, and in this final video I'd like to take you through 3 simple ways that you can get more organised and be more in control of your business. Okay, the 3 areas I've put up in this table. Okay, so this last column is all about getting paid and getting organised. Alright, so the 3 areas I'm going to cover are these 3: direction, time and financials. Now, direction is all about making sure that you've got a plan for the future. You know where you're headed, you've got a vision, you've documented goals and in terms of how you want to achieve, what you want to achieve on the way to achieving that vision. And you've got a simple plan in place, an action plan to follow and for the team to follow for you to achieve those goals and obviously that future vision that you have for the business. Okay, so those businesses that have that picture of what they're looking at creating and how they want their business to look are the ones that obviously have a much better chance of getting there. Okay, so and it's also important to make sure that those goals and that plan is shared with the team so that they feel involved in the business and they're enrolled and inspired by the direction the business is heading and where it's going. Okay, so that's that whole direction area. Secondly, it's all about managing your time effectively. All right, so not just your time, but also the team's time. Now, this is an area that we work very closely with businesses because every person and every team has different ways they like to do things, and different time management techniques work with different people. Okay, so but definitely things like writing down, having a to-do list, getting things out of your head onto paper gets you more organised. But we also go through a lot of processes with our clients to identify the different tasks that people are performing, how to delegate those tasks and allocate those tasks to the right people, the people that are most suited to doing those, and also people understanding what their effective hourly rate is. Now, for your team, if they're being billed out, then that's fairly straightforward. But a lot of times the business owner hasn't really thought about how much they are worth to the business. Okay, and in a lot of cases when they do that, it might be $200, $300, $500 an hour. Okay, because it's all about you directing the business, doing the strategic things, bringing business in the door possibly. And sometimes you get bogged down doing the low value tasks when you should be focused on those high value tasks. Okay, so there's definitely some different tools and techniques that we use with clients to help them get organised, better manage their time and use their time more effectively. Because at the end of the day, that's really what sets people apart. Richard Branson has the same amount of time that we do, and he's obviously achieving a lot in his life and in his businesses. Okay, so it's all about how does someone effectively use that time and make the most of the time that we have. And the third area to really focus on, to get in control and stay organised in your business, is knowing the numbers. Okay, now I'm an accountant by training, so numbers probably come a little bit easier to me, but I always tell people and our clients that numbers are the language of business. Okay, and so we really need to understand numbers to be able to understand business. Now, a few things to look at there. Definitely look at, make sure that your financials are done regularly, at least monthly. I wouldn't wait for quarterly to look at the BAS results. I'd be looking at profit and loss statements, for example, on a monthly basis. There's going to be more reports that you need weekly, such as debtors you want to look at and so on. So besides those types of reports, it's also important to make sure you know the key numbers that drive your business. Okay, so we call these KPIs, key performance indicators. So these could be things like how many leads you need in the door every week, what your conversion rate is, how many quotes you're doing, and how many of those are converting, for example. Okay, so some key numbers that you need to track in your business. You also need to make sure there are targets in your business. So there could be revenue targets, that's probably the key one, but also budgets in place for expenditure. Okay, so those are some key areas to consider in that whole financial area. Now, we've covered a lot in this over the last few videos, and so there is a lot that we cover with clients that we help them with. But as Lucien probably mentioned in the first video, it comes down to this. Okay, so there is a lot that we can do, and it's easy to get confused or overwhelmed with all the things that you need to do to grow a successful business. But this is the key area. The first area that we focus on with all of our clients is understanding their strengths, issues in the business, what the market's doing, who the competitors are, and we will help them map out a plan that will identify and prioritise the key areas within this matrix that they need to focus on and follow to grow their business. Okay, so as I mentioned in the last video, we do run a regular webinar and also a regular workshop here in Sydney. On the right hand side of the screen here, you can see there's a few buttons there. So feel free, click on those, download the webinar, watch that. If you want to register or find out more information about the workshop, then click on the button there as well. But at any time, if you would just like to have a chat to someone, find out how we possibly could help you, or just to bounce around some ideas in your business, feel free to just give us a call or send us an email, and we'd be more than happy just to have a chat. Okay, so until next time, we wish you all the best in your business, and we look forward to speaking with you soon.